Nigeria's ivory towers have produced intellectuals that have helped to shape the destiny of the nation and have spawned icons who are contributing their quota to national and global development. Though higher institutions award degrees and diplomas with academics and character as the main focus, it has been observed that things have changed for the worst over the years. Some of the tertiary institutions, hitherto known for academic and moral excellence, have pathetically become hideouts for some lecturers who specialize in sexual harassment or sexual gratification, are byproducts of moral corruption, which drown the spirit of hard work, dedication to duty, and academic prowess. Disturbed that this is happening in an environment that is believed to be a factory for producing good leaders and intellectuals that will steer the affairs of Nigeria in future, Senator Ovie Omo Agege, a first-timer during the 8th Senate, sponsored a bill on sexual harassment in tertiary institutions. The bill, which was introduced on the floor of the Senate in 2016, that sought to stop sexual abuse of female students in the nation's tertiary institution, among others, was passed Thursday, October 27, 2016 by the Red Chamber.
Sexual harassment in our campuses is a vice that brazenly challenges our values as a nation. And for far too long, sexual predators masquerading as educators have plied the corridors of our nation's higher institutions unchecked. Mr. President, this 8th Senate is by this bill sending a very strong message that enough is enough. That never again would our students be left at the mercy of the few sexual predators in our tertiary institutions. Mr. President, Nigerian students want us to act. Now is the time to strengthen our laws against sexual harassment and compel heads of higher institutions to act to protect the victims. Mr. President, with this bill, we are refusing to abdicate our role as leaders in the face of repugnant threats to our shared values. Mr. President, this bill is an assurance to all that when we send our daughters, our nieces, and our wives to these schools, our educators will be their mentors, their motivators, and actually act as guardians on our behalf.
Following a documentary released by the British Broadcasting Corporation African Eye, which exposed 2 lecturers of sexual harassment and the sparked reactions from many Nigerians, Senator Ovie Omo Agege, now Deputy President of the Senate, reintroduced the bill in the Senate on October 9 and scaled through second reading on November 6.
I remain grateful to all of our colleagues then and all of our colleagues now, who were part of the exemplary spirit of unity of purpose, patriotism, and service. May I declare again, Mr. President, as I did in 2016, that I address this Senate not just as a lawmaker, but also as a parent. Therefore, this bill is for every family in this country. Mr. President, sexual harassment in our campuses is a repugnant challenge to our values as a people. For far too long, sexual predators masquerading as educators have plied the corridors of our nation's higher institutions unchecked. It will continue in the absence of appropriate leadership response. Mr. President, by this bill, this 9th Senate is sending a very strong message that we refuse to put our students at the mercy of any sexual predator in our tertiary institutions. Mr. President, Nigerian students, parents, civil society organizations, and our government want us to strengthen our laws against sexual harassment and mandate the management of tertiary academic institutions to act with strong statute. They want us, Mr. President, to stop the insulting and simplistic leniency of suspending or terminating the appointments of sexual predators without more.
The bill, christened the proposed legislation title, A Bill for an Act to Prevent, Prohibit and Redress Sexual Harassment of Students in Tertiary Educational Institutions and for Other Matters Connected Therewith 2019, sponsored by the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Ovie Omo Agege, is co-sponsored by 105 other senators. The bill, which has 27 clauses, proposes up to 14 years jail term with a minimum of 5 years without an option of fine for any educator who commits sexual offenses in tertiary institutions. The bill defines sexual offenses as including sexual intercourse with a student or demands for sex from a student or a prospective student, or intimidating or creating a hostile or offensive environment for the student by soliciting for sex or making sexual advances and other forms of sexual harassment. The bill, which was read the third time and passed, was a sequel to the consideration of the report of the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, presented by the committee's chairman, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele. Senator Bamidele, in his presentation, said the piece of legislation attracted unprecedented support from not only distinguished senators, as demonstrated by the 106 senators that co-sponsored the bill, but an overwhelming number of Nigerians who see the bill as a necessary legislative intervention that will bring sanity and good order to the educator-student relationship in tertiary institutions. According to him, the bill is not targeted at the educators and does not interfere with the autonomy of the institutions. Rather, it is intended to reposition and strengthen tertiary educational institutions to maintain the core values of etiquette and excellence. Contrary to the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU's claim that there are extant laws that can sufficiently address sexual harassment in tertiary institutions, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele said the committee found that there are no such laws. On July 7, 2020, the Nigerian Senate on its Twitter handle tweeted that the sexual harassment bill is read the third time and passed. Since then, there have been several accolades. One of such is that of the Senate President, Senator Ahmed Lawan, who noted that the bill had universal acceptance not only to legislators but to every Nigerian parent and family members. Senator Ahmed Lawan, however, lamented that the incidence of sexual harassment in the country has gone beyond the precincts of tertiary institutions. According to the Senate President, and I quote, "We would like to see an environment where our females are fully protected and hopeful that no harm will come their way, whether they are in educational institutions or anywhere else." End of quote. Another is a congratulatory message on the successful passage of the bill by the United Nations Women Representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Comfort Lamte. She assured the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Ovie Omo Agege, of United Nations Women's readiness to partner with the government of Nigeria in efforts to eliminate all forms of violence against women and girls. While the bill now awaits the assent of President Muhammadu Buhari, the Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omo Agege, is optimistic that the bill is an assurance to all that the Ninth Senate believes that when children, especially daughters, nieces, and wives, are sent to school, educators will statutorily be their mentors, motivators, and guardians.